Okay, we said Harkon. I saved him up. Let's beat up some people with this weapons fanatic. I do like a fishing rod, so we can definitely try and force that. Always get stuff on sale. Shield against an Enoch, I'm not too sure that is a good idea. I mean, he got his scythe and he's gonna stack debuffs on us. Which, actually, they don't have too much. They do have the stacking. They're gonna win the long game, so I think I might as well get another club. Just because if we're gonna win, we have to win fast. So I'm gonna get the club, and Did they change this? No, it's still the same. I'm gonna sell this for a stone because that's gonna be more invincibility, and invincibility is gonna be our ticket to squeeze out a victory if we have a chance. But he stacked his recovery too fast. Yeah, kind of figures. Now, there we have our upgraded weapon. Can sell the club now. It's not gonna matter much. Let's reroll once more. I think now I'm going to take the shield. Gonna be tough to get any use out of this. Let's actually, since we're probably gonna run into stamina issues, we're gonna use our shield to trigger our little bit of defense. In my opinion, Harkon is very much, or at least he was very much dependent on how much and how fast you can get good items. And having this fishing rod is going to be a good start. A little bit of stamina recovery is going to increase our DPS. I'm going to buy another mushroom now, just because they have a chance to duplicate, so it's a little bit like Casino. I think the fishing rod is going to increase our chances of winning a lot. Definitely a little bit of debuff control. Poison is great, although the power stone is also great. I don't think we're going to go for rats this time around. I'm not 100% sure what I should go for, but I do think the venom pincer is a little bit too tempting. Definitely elite bag space. By the looks of it, it's gonna be a little bit of rebuild time. I desperately need to get my heater shield going. I think it's worth the second of less invulnerability. Oh, the rocks don't even count anymore. Well, that makes the rocks a lot worse. I think in the past they counted, but now apparently only melee items count, so I don't even need the fishing rod in there, which is going to be great for bag management. If we get some fishes, wow, we just hit the mother load. Okay, but that changes a lot now. Since the rocks don't work, the fishing rod doesn't work, we can move some stuff differently. We need this axe as a future thing. We still have a lot of stones to sell. How much stamina are we spending? We just got another stamina item, so I'm kind of figuring we can maybe get away with it. How about we use the maximum capacity for the fishing rod possible. And actually, let's sell this too. Let's see how that works. We got some cleansing now. We got quite a bit of stamina recovery, and we got lots of weapons and some poison. So I think we're gonna be good when it comes to the war. This is our first combination piece. Great. Let's see. Yeah, we should actually. My God, it is already a very much bag managing game, which I guess it is supposed to be. So I shouldn't complain too much for having to rebuild all the time. Who do you want to be with? You want to be with this guy. Let me see if I can make that happen for you. Definitely still want to have as many weapons in my bag as possible and want to trigger the poison as much as possible. Let's fight. Still have no use for the mana, so we're just donating it to Chanas right now. Would probably be wise to pick up a payoff at some point. This is good. This is great. Wish I kept one stone now. But this looks great so far. Unfortunately, you always get the wrong piece. We need the tomahawk now. And now the question is, do I get some sausage? And I think I like that. It's gonna speed up the stuff here. And I think at this point we can actually profit from having a bit of strength. Let's see, it looks good. These kind of eels are kind of dangerous. And here we have the next piece. And another piece. I think it's time for our fishing rod to leave. And I'm also consider taking out. Let's see how much stamina. I think 2 is fine. With 2 we can work. Consider another apple. 1, 2. This is also 2, right? So let's be down on our luck, I guess. And this way we can. Well, can we sustain this now? I don't think we can sustain this. But even if we lose, I'm sorry, still have a little bit of a thing in my throat. Actually, let me pause real quick. That was an easy win. And our weapon pieces are kind of becoming insanely huge right now. This is the old the old problem of you don't really have anything that synergizes. But I guess we can collect some rocks to make this can more valid. And then I also definitely want to maximize the stuff that is in our bag. Actually, we could do it like... No, we can't do it like this. Let me think about this. How do we get the most stuff in? I think for the time this is something I could be happy with. Banana could be interesting, but we're gonna shrink down in our weapon size soon. So let's just get more bag space in anticipation. Actually, does this change anything here? Oh, this is interesting. Like this, we get all our weapons in. We're just missing out on one berserk bag spot. But I think the poison is much more important since it's adding to our burst. And now with the Stoneheart Brew, get some defensiveness. Perfect. Let's see what we can find for nice... Ooh. That is just a personal favorite item of mine. For any aggressive build. Even willing to temporarily sacrifice a little bit here. Just because if you're an aggressive build and you want to finish the game as fast as possible, the biggest bane to your existence is any type of stun. As soon as you're stunned, your synergies fall apart and you lose the game. So having a little bit of stun resistance and just more defense in general goes a long way. Because every swing of our axe makes us more defensible and makes us closer to the win. It's just a very snowbally item. More invincibility for cheap is great. And let's just save this maybe for the future. I think they should make a change of making the runes be rocks. I think that could be a fun thing for the kind of rock synergies that this character brings. But now we have the World's End. Could definitely use some luck so that the thing hits more accurately. The big fish would be great with all our other food synergies for that. Now we need to be careful here. We are gonna get some cleanse going to add to a little cleanse fish. Just in case opponents are trying to stack blind on us. And actually I do love a rose because the rose is a kind of discount luck provider. Especially if we get some upgrades in it, then it gets a pretty high chance of just stacking some luck on you. But the cat is stealing our luck. And our invincibility carries us over the finish line, and we're at 10, so 5 wins left. Now we gotta change up our bottle. Wow, great. Let's up our weapons count. But I do think I'm happy with this amount. Let's get some insurance against pets. I do want our weapon to hit up more often. Yeah, 5. Can't spend that. So we have great defense, we got great offense. Now we just need some knickknacks. Some cleanse would be great. Yeah, we'll take those 1 space items. Not trying to get the game to last too much longer. This could be very strong, providing a lot more bleeding. Now we still need a good spot for you. Well, I guess here. I guess we could do this still. Get some more early defense. Okay, let's see. Yep, a weapon just chopping them in half. I think we're on a great track here. Now this piece would be great if we had some mana production, which I don't think we have. I'm also very much considering this. So we have the space finally to fill in our wrist. Let's see what kind of big game changers we can still find. But I'm kind of thinking we're gonna mostly get exactly these kind of bag upgrades, which are not too high impact. We could move. Okay, this is actually something I should have done earlier. We need all the invulnerability that we can ever get as fast as possible. But our world ender just stacking so much damage. I don't even think our poison has much need. Oh, this is actually, ooh. I think it's even the end for a poison item, unless we can find like some sort of position for it. But it's just doing too little. Can we find a nice spot for this? I don't think so. I think our weapons are just too big. So we go back to small upgrades, like more armor bags. And this should be the piece that we need, right? I never know. But we have the power to give you more crit. which is good in and of itself. And we almost exchanged all our bags here. So we're pretty bursty with all the rocks that we throw at our opponent. And then we have our cleanse and... Wow. But our opponent has the best crit build possible, probably. Wow. We still won. But I would like to take a look at his build. I do appreciate a good Celeste, and this is looking very clean. The light bulb really can spit out a shit ton of healing. And I think, yeah, wow, we really hammered each other here. Nope. Definitely do not want to lose everything to a boulder fusion. Now this is definitely a combination. So let's see, we put this like this, and this. Now our complete bag is upgraded. And we have another piece of invulnerability, which I'm all too happy to take. But I do not want to get rid of. So the thing is with these cloaks, right, they get, the timer is 1 second. So what I do want to do is have one be significantly faster than the other. So they kind of stagger their invulnerability. So this one is going to be 13 seconds, and then the other one is going to come in a little bit earlier. And then they go 2 seconds apart, and then basically every 2 seconds I'm going to get a big hit of invulnerability. So this ticks at 13 and this at 11. So they're basically staggering exactly, they're 1 second apart, giving us huge frames of invulnerability that we can use to stack up our big weapon. So now let's check our biggest damage dealer, which was by far the World's End. And I also want to check, yeah, the Stunbreaker shield and the Heater shield definitely blocked a little bit of damage, although I think we're just bursting people too hard by throwing 15,000 rocks in their face. Especially if our World's End hits first and gives all those rocks some fist buff, so that they actually hit for a truckload. And then we have longevity with the Forest Spirit, our invulnerability, so we could neither be beaten in burst or in the long game, I feel like. So that's another piece. We're on streak 2. We have Celeste done, we have Harkon done, and we're looking for our next guy. Last time Enoch knocked us out, so let's see if Tink can be a roadblock, or if we can do Tink next time and continue our streak to 3. Celeste and Harkon done. Now Tink time. I hope you guys enjoyed, and see you guys next time.